Hey y'all, my name is Elena and welcome to Rare Journeys where I am overcoming my flaws to become fearless in hopes that you will do the same. So it is Friday. I am happy. Your girl is tired. Um and like I said, starting out every day is gonna have a new theme. And I said Fridays was gonna be finding my voice Fridays, and then I was like, well, and it was about overcoming fear and self sabotage. And then I was like, well, self forgiveness journey is kind of like overcoming fear and sabotage. Like, isn't that kind of the same thing? And I was just like, girl, Elena, like, why are you even thinking about it? Like, anyway. And then the day came, and I got tired. I work part time as a financial coach, and honestly, I love coaching. I love encouraging. I love motivating. I love helping people come up with strategies towards success and solving problems that they feel have kept them bound from living the life that they desire. Like, that's what I do with my coaching. I've been very successful at it. But it's very draining talking to people. It's very draining helping people come up with ideas. It's very draining helping people think through the noise in their head. Because sometimes you can get caught up in that noise. And I mean, like today, like I'm talking to single people. I'm talking to a husband and wife. I'm talking to a wife who then wants to go back and relay information to her husband. Like so many different aspects, so many different components. But all in all, I say what I say is draining, but I love it. I'm about to go out tonight, meet up with, some family, my two nieces who I spoke about a little bit, near and dear to my heart. Continue to encourage them and walk with them and spend time with them. And what happened? Hadn't recorded my video. And it was a tiny little voice inside of me that was like, girl, you did good. You recorded 4 days out the week. Like you did more than you ever did before. Like you good. And then it was that other little voice like, wait a second. What is this all about? What is this all about? You said you were going to post every single Monday through Friday. Why are you giving up? Why aren't you being consistent? So I said, wow, Lena, like you can't not be consistent. You cannot do and not be consistent in the commitments that you've made to yourself. That even if you can't see the fruit now, you're laying the seed now. So you got to be consistent in laying that seed and sowing that seed and tilling that seed. And the reason why this word consistent is so important is because something that I've decided to do was join the ICS family, which is the Impact Creator Society, which was started by Mr. Anthony O'Neill. I'm in the inaugural season. It's the first season. And I decided to do this because I said, you know what? I need that push. I need to just go for it. I need to get around surrounded by people who are like-minded as far as wanting to create content, and you just feel like you're like, how do I do this? How do I get my story and my passion and my brand out there? So I joined this society. Started first call was this past Wednesday. I'll be telling you more about that, about my ICS journey, and I'll eventually be sharing an affiliate link if you're interested in joining. If you can't afford it, I recommend everyone get coaching, some form of fashion. Everybody needs a coach, some form of fashion. You actually need multiple coaches, but that's a whole nother story we'll talk about another day. But nonetheless, back to consistency. So one of my ICS family members put up a post and they were like, what is your word for this year? And my word for this year is consistency. I know I'm a great person, but I have not been consistent. If I'm gonna be honest, I have not stayed true to the commitments that I said of things that I was gonna do for myself. I have not been true to the plans, to the goals, to the habits. I have not been true to myself. I have not been consistent. And that is something more than anything in this first leg of the ICS journey that I want to have is I want to have consistency. I want to be known. The first chapter that we spoke about in ICS workbook was character. I want one of my character pillars to be consistent. I want to be that person that, hey, I can rely on Elena, because I used to be that person and she's still there. And it's like, hey, but I don't want other people to be able to say they can rely on me. I do, but more importantly than other people saying they can rely on me, I want to be able to rely on myself to be there for me, because that's so important. So I want to create a character of being consistent. I want to create a lifestyle of consistency. And when we look up the definition of consistency, it just spoke so beautiful to me. It means to be marked by harmony, regularity, or steady continuity, free from variation or contradiction. Okay? Showing steady conformity to character, profession, belief, or custom. Okay? And then another definition says that to be consistent means to always be behaving or happening in a similar way, but especially something that's positive or going in a forward momentum. And so that is what consistency does. We cannot see the fruit of consistency. I will not see the fruit of my consistency on day 1. But on day 30, I might see something. On day 60, oh yeah, I'm going to see something. Day 90, it's just going to be it's going to be my new lifestyle. And then day 100, 120, 300. Then when I get to 365, my whole life gonna have changed in a year. So it's like, Elena, yes, you have all these feelings that come your way. It's up and down. That's what life is about. But are you gonna be consistent to the things that you said that in this season you're not gonna compromise on you anymore? There's no more compromising on Elena anymore. And you have to say the same things to yourself. There's no more compromising on me and what I said I was going to do for me that I know is going to get me to the next level of where I want to be. And then everything that attached to me is going to be moving towards that as well. Because it all starts with you. It all starts with me. And my theme, my declaration for 2023 is consistency. That's it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Because guess what? It's never going to be perfect. But are you going to be consistent even when it don't feel perfect? That's the $1 million question. And that's what I want you to tell me down below.